Hi everybody, welcome to GearGasms. I'm your host Alan Barnes. Before you lose your collective flipping minds, this is a medical mask. I work in the medical industry. I work in a hospital. We got to wear these things at work. This was issued to me. It's a one-use thing. If it wasn't on my face for this video, it'd be in the garbage can. Nobody who's a caregiver has been deprived of a life-saving mask by me or this video. Now, if you didn't pick up what I was saying in the intro, I told you last week that if you didn't see me feature this pedal in the very next episode of GearGasms, then oh my lord, that means it was not able to be fixed. Just to sort of set the video up, if you didn't see the last two episodes, I was trying to demonstrate how the orange CR120 and a good dual function pedal like this could take a 2-channel lamp and make it into a 4 and maybe even a 6-channel lamp. And I know you were skeptical, and about when I was ready to have my big moment, I stomped on this thing and it squealed like a banshee. So without a second of further delay, except to ask you to please like and subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, we're going to get right into the 3 phases of fixing this pedal. Alright, I've already taken the back off, and as you can see, inside the unit there's a little bit of darkness. This is the switch we're going to replace, and the switches, they're both plugged right into the circuit board. Pretty easy. I just unplug this guy, take it off. That's what the switch looks like. Boom. So you see that? Got it plugged in. Then you go ahead and push this guy through, and then we'll use the original nut. Can you see? Boom. We have replaced the switch. It really is that easy. Now, if you just saw from that last segment, they sent me a couple switches, plug and play. I popped them in. I had every hope in the world that that would fix it because they immediately suggested that, so I thought it must be a thing. Pop them in, same damn noise. Oh, so frustrating. And with that, they said, hey, look, you used to be an electronic technician, correct? I said, yes, I worked for NASA for 13.5 years. They think you can handle swapping a board out? I said, I think I can. Sounds easy. Was easy. Got the old board out, put the new board in, and I'll show you that in just a minute, and then you'll hear the results. Alrighty, in addition to being the world's most amazing guitar playing YouTuber, I'm gonna now become an electronic technician. And here's what we've got. Wampler has so graciously sent me the entire circuit board right here. I've got to take this bad boy and put it in here. If you could see there's little screws that hold the knobs on. I got this here screwdriver. That's the first thing I'm going to do is de-knob it. And then I'm going to take my old socket set, take these nuts off, and obviously these are going to have to be uncoupled as well. This should just pop out. Word to the wise, it is metric. Wouldn't you know? It's just a simple screw into the jack with a little rubber washer. We'll set that aside. Here's a little bit of a problem. This here switch sticks out, so I'm hoping that I can sort of pull it this way and hold that switch in order to get it out. I was able to get that little cap off. So we have the switch, and now we have that in here. So now I think I can put the rest of these parts on, and then as soon as it's all put together on camera for the first time, I'm gonna hook it up into my pedal board just like it was. So I'm really optimistic that it'll work, but if it does not, you will get to see my rage live and in high def. GearGasms number of the week. It's a range of numbers this week. It's 3 to 10. That's how long of a prison sentence Bill Cosby got. I don't make a whole lot of memes, but this here was the first meme that I made, and you gotta admit, that's a pretty dank meme, and I never released it to the world, even though it could have been a tremendous amount of fun. because even for me it was a little too dark. Okay, you've seen me take this pedal apart, put new switches in, take it apart again, put a whole new circuit board in, and now the moment of truth, what I've done is I've put it right back on the board where it was, plugged into the same power output on my True Tone. Okay, here it is clean. Let's do distortion. All right, that works okay. Boost. That works okay. Still hearing some noise. Oh, I just know what's gonna happen. Me! God, daggone it. Sorry I cursed. It defies science. I replaced everything in the pedal. The only thing that's the same on this pedal is the case. I'm going to work on it some more, maybe try it with the batteries again, and get right back to you. Alrighty. I've taken it off the board. I've taken the wall power away from it. I put a brand spanking new 9-volt battery in it. Just one cable in, one cable out between the guitar and the amp. No other circuitry. Let's try it again. Distortion. I'm just going to hit the boost. It seems impossible. Brand new frickin' circuit board. I'm going to try a couple other things and we'll come back. This isn't going great at all. Alright, so you saw that elapse before your very eyes. Believe it or not, from the time the very first episode of the Orange Amp that I did was shot until now, it's been like 7 weeks. I'm not criticizing anybody by bringing that up, but these things take time. So you saw the first thing I did was replace the switches. No go. Second thing I did was replace the entire circuit board. Still no go. Now when both units had that same staticky noise in the same box, that defied science. That was one thing that me and the Wampler tech absolutely 100% agreed on. So in the middle of all this Corona craziness, I shipped it out. California, wasn't too bad, 14 bucks. They got out there, they plugged it in, they saw I wasn't crazy, and they put a new board in, buttoned it all up, took a video because I don't think they trusted me anymore. Don't blame them. So now I have it back, and the 7-week odyssey is over. I got the pedal right down there. I did buy a Wampler power supply because I'm not plugging it back into the True Tone no matter what. And so for the first time live on the GearGasms, we're going to check it out. First, give you the clean. Clean. Now let's do a boost. Silence. So far so good. Now here comes the money shot. Both of them together. I'm praying to sweet baby Jesus right now. A cheap Les Paul and my ham-handed playing never sounded so good to me. So we are fixed. Praise the good Lord, we are fixed. Don't know how it happened. Wampler was very good to me the whole way through. I'm so tickled. So before we were so rudely interrupted all those weeks ago, I'm trying to get back to my main point where you can take a 2-channel amp like the Orange C120, put a dual function pedal in front of it, and suddenly you got 4, maybe up to 6 amps. So say you're playing a song that's clean, and I think we used this one last time, I'm not sure. but now you got that part coming up where it's the chorus maybe, and you want just a little kick on it. I can't change that part. So you got that. That's just the boost. Now I'm going to go channel 2 on the orange because you don't want the full Monty yet. I've got it set for like half gain, so it's kind of crunchy, but it's not over the top. Now you got two choices here. We're on the dirt channel. You got this. What if you boost it? That's probably enough for the solo. You could do that. Or if you want something a little different from that, you can go back to the clean channel on the orange, stomp on the Pinnacle for the big part on the distortion side, and let that kick. So if you're counting along at home, we got clean orange, channel 1, we got crunch orange, channel 2. On channel 1, we got clean plus a boost. You want just to have a little bit of sauce. Or you can go full on Mongo. Or you can kick that totally off, come over here to the orange channel. You do it with boost. Or what if you add distortion to distortion? That actually does not sound nearly as bad as I would have thought. So yeah, playing around with individual settings on the Wampler Pinnacle, plus playing around with the amp, in the course of one song, you really could probably pull, let's just do straight math. Let's say this gives you 3 sounds on the clean channel, and it also gives you 3 sounds on the dirty channel. That's 6. Even somebody that's bad at math like me knows that's 6. That's pretty cool. Well, all's well that ends well. I'm going to put it back on my board on its own power supply. It's going to be all good. Many, many thanks to Wampler, Brian Wampler himself, and his head service technician, the guy you deal with when you have a problem, which with these pedals is probably very rare. Both of those gentlemen, I thank you so much. They went over and above and beyond what I would have expected a lot of companies to do. So what did we learn today? We learned that if you take the right pedal and match it to the right amp, you can take a 2-channel amp. This thing has such an enormous amount of flexibility that you can literally get 4 to 6 different distinct sounds with just the touch of a couple of switches in one amp. Super, super versatile. We also learned that Wampler, Brian Wampler, and the company that makes the pedals did such a great job supporting me after so long after my purchase, and honored the warranty, and they made me whole, and they fixed my beloved pedal. A lot of other brands wouldn't do that. For example, if your Behringer or TC electronic pedal takes a shit, you might as well flush, because they ain't going to do nothing for you. As always, I thank you for the time that you spend with me. I really, really hope you'll subscribe. The best way we can get this thing to grow is make sure you tell some friends of yours, like, hey, I found this channel. It's kind of garbage, but it's kind of fun at the same time. And especially if when this comes out, everybody is still at home in quarantine, there's no better way to waste away hours and hours of your life than by watching GearGasms. Don't forget to support this channel. You can buy a t-shirt. Only a couple of you have, but that's okay. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell the World Health Organization about it because it ain't none of their business. Just keep scrubbing your mitts. Follow all the protocols. Don't be stupid.
keep yourself healthy. Make sure you can keep coming back here week after week for more GearGasms.